Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Beastars Season 1, Episode 9. What happened last time?
Last time we had the more setup for the festival, which is coming up. We had Juno really trying to pull some moves of like, oh, they say if a candle's in there and a couple puts a candle in there, they'll be blessed. You want to... like, haha, like if a couple, and then the power went out, and then they were all like freaked out because there's been a lot of carnivore attacks, and Legosi went to go check on Haru, and she thought that he was Louis, which is a bit of a slap in the face, but he cared more about her being safe than that, and was still there to comfort her. Mm-hmm. So,
well, we're gonna get into this. Here's to hoping that the show like doesn't go down the road of like we were talking about it last time, but like more just teenage drama, lots of sex and violence, and that's kind of it. Hopefully, it because it could go down that road at this point of it just being a love triangle, but I have hope that it will
I wouldn't
be
mind too much if it leaned more in that direction, as long as there was still some like deeper stuff going on there.
Yeah. Well,
personally,
we'll see what happens this episode. Hope you guys leave a like on the video. It really helps us out. And subscribe for more Beastars in the future. You could also get a week ahead on our Patreon, patreon.com/BOLDcast. More than anything, we hope you enjoy the reaction. Before we get into it, I'm going to tell you this is not a market substitute. We're watching on Netflix. We assume you already have as well. We use some of the footage from Netflix in these reaction reviews, but it is not to provide a free alternative to watching on Netflix. We ask you to support the official release and come back here for our reaction review. So with that, we're going to get into this. Beastars Season 1, Episode 9. Let's go.
I still love this opening so much.
It's a really good opening.
I've been listening to it while I cook.
Really?
Yeah. I really hope that Season 2 has like a similar style of music for the opening.
Yeah.
I think it's very unique. Number 4.
Is that like the Beastars suite? Hellish number. He's branded.
Some backstory here.
What the fuck? Are they fighting to get out? Like which one of them's picked? This style's crazy. It's really fucked. For real? Is he about to kill himself? damn. A lot of responsibility.
Yeah. Damn.
That's some deep shit. The roots go way deeper than I thought.
3 months.
What? Why? Did he take the drugs? Is he like all fucking addicted? So he's not a Beastar yet, okay. This is way more direct than I thought this was going to end up.
しもが自分や他者を苦しめて生きているから。ねえ、そうでしょレボシコ。
The mayor? I bet the mayor kidnapped her to because the Beastar competition matters to him too, and the mayor is a carnivore, so he also doesn't want Louis to win.
They all know what her smell is.
2D.
君たちの身が危なくなる。こっちで秘密裏に捜査して必ず助けてみせる。
Likely story there, sir.
Was that for sure him, or did it just kind of
I'm
look like
pretty
him?
sure it was him.
Let's see. He just went out the back door here.
ここで騒ぎを起こされてはたまったものではない。
Maybe it's like a...
さらわれた少女にはもう手の施しようがない。
No.
Really?
くだらん組織に覆されることだけは避けねばならぬ。
But he's not gonna really do anything about it. So...
They're literally gonna eat her. This is fucking Yakuza. Literally Yakuza. She's missing a shoe. Does he not notice that she's missing a shoe? If she left it there where they took her, then she can be tracked. I don't know if I want to see bunny titties at this point. What the fuck?
私が作り上げたライオンは善良であるというイメージ。草食と肉食の分断はより深刻なものとなり、この町は混乱に陥るだろう。これは君にとっての最後の試験。君の過去。よし、契約成立だ。要件は以上だよ。演劇部のみんなのもとへ戻りなさい。
Legoshi didn't make a deal. Oh, he heard it. Was he listening?
先輩が助けに行かなきゃ。行きたいならお前が勝手に行け。ハルちゃんのこと好きなんでしょ。ことを分かったような口利くな。お前みたいに弱者ごっこを楽しんでのうのうと生きてる狼に何がわかる。どうしようもないんだ。一匹の犠牲で町を混乱させられない。言い聞かせろ。言い聞かせろ。自分に。嘘もごまかしも平和のためなんだよ。お前自身がそれを体現してるだろ。をひた隠すっていう嘘で周りに溶け込もうとしてるじゃないか。わかりました。まあ俺正直な力でルイ先輩に伝えますよ。ハルちゃんが今どんな危険にさらされてるか。
So what'd you think of that one?
That was a rough episode.
Yeah.
Cause that was a fucking roller coaster of an episode. It starts off with this tragic backstory, and it's one of those weird situations that seems to happen in like anime or movies, that like a child is in like a horrible situation, or like their parents sell them, or like something happens and they now are the adopted child of someone powerful but kind of cold at the same time, and there's a lot of expectations placed on them, and that can manifest itself in different ways, and this whole time you're thinking that it sort of is like, oh, that's why he is the way he is, that's why he feels this enormous pressure to, you know, rise up and be the best, because he comes from nothing and then had all these crazy expectations put on him. Mm-hmm. And that's what's driving him forward. And in that moment, like after that finishes, you're like, wow. And then then Legoshi, he's like almost attacked, and then Legoshi like has this thing of like, he has the perfect girlfriend. He's an inspiration. He can do all these things. He fucking puts flowers on a dead guy's grave when everyone else has seemingly forgot about it. Yeah. He's just like this honorable guy, and at that point you're like, yeah, I mean, like personally I've been very interested in him as a character, but I haven't like really liked him. But at that moment I was like, you know, maybe I shouldn't be, like, so critical of him. He's obviously gone through a lot, and he's really doing the best that he can here. And then by the end of your episode, you're like, are you really gonna fucking go through with that? Like, you're letting your you know what I mean? Like, you're sacrificing a little bit too much at this point. You're letting your girlfriend die because she's just one person. And I don't know, it's that, it's like a super rough situation for him to be in.
It reminds me of another series that I really like. The whole love triangle going on here, and the whole sacrificing what you hold most for great power. I'm not going to get into too many specifics here, but it's, and I don't know. Yeah, they're definitely taking it in a good direction, because it literally drove, like Legoshi went through the same thing that you did, where it drove him to, and the way he put it was like, if all you can do is walk in a straight line, then I can't follow you. Because if Legoshi were to walk in a straight line, then it leads to carnage. It leads, like, if he were to follow just exactly what was in front of him, and not like be critical of himself, and not, you know, take steps to mitigate himself at the expense of himself. By, like, you know, he could be crazy, but that would also, like, raise him up in the world, probably. He'd probably be way more dangerous for his benefit. He could probably have a higher station in life. He could be where Louis is right now if he didn't do that. But that's something that Louis isn't willing to do. So yeah, it's really crazy.
This is a very complicated situation. I feel like, I don't know, the last, it was, like, really interesting with the whole play thing and the fight on stage, and, like, that was really interesting. And then it sort of took a different turn into more of, like, the romance and, like, that aspect. And then this episode kind of pulled it all together of, like, how they relate to each other. And, you know, Legoshi literally tells Louis, like, you know, you can do this, but there's a price to that, because I'm not gonna fucking sit around and do nothing. I'm not gonna do that just because you're doing that and you're kind of the leader here. Mm-hmm. And the mayor, holy fuck.
Mayor's such a piece of shit.
The mayor is so, and the whole time I was thinking,
fucking corrupt.
he looked weird, but we didn't see any other lions. So we couldn't, like, be like, oh, maybe that's just how the artist draws lions. No, he spent $4 million on plastic surgery and got different teeth. so that he would be less intimidating to the herbivores, which is fucked.
Mm-hmm.
That's really messed up.
Well, it's interesting because he's a mirror of what Louis wants. Like, he's like... he's exactly where Louis wants to be, and it shows just like how much he's done to get there. Like that he did all that in service of bringing the herbivores and carnivores together, and it meant being shit. It didn't mean being admirable and being, you know, like what he thinks of. Like, I mean, he doesn't think very highly of carnivores in general, but like he's not a reflection of what he thought that position entailed, I guess. Mm-hmm. Like, he thought that if he if he kept doing what he's doing, being, you know, following, like, getting arranged marriage, yes, okay, fine, I'll forgo this relationship with my girlfriend. I'll fucking be the star of the drama club and the coolest guy in school, all the shit. I'll do everything I need to become a Beastar, and then, you know, rise to prominence and overcome my past. And I'll do it through, like, you know, the right way. And it's
that was kind of paved for me. Like,
I mean, nothing's paved for him.
No, but like the road that he was set on.
Yeah,
like,
it's not paved.
I guess that was definitely the wrong word choice. But you know what I meant. Like,
yeah.
He was set on this trajectory after he got taken out of the black market, and he's just been like on that ever since and doing a great job. And now he's at the point where either he needs to make that choice right now, or it'll be too late.
Yeah, it kind of brings it back to the kind of like societal struggle that we were talking about earlier on in the series, where they're like this whole conflict, the fight that Legoshi and Louis had was not based on them. It was based on the oppression of herbivores and his need to rise above, and this conflict that like transcends both of them. It's the sins of the father type thing where it has nothing to do with what they're doing. It's it's the bullshit and the grime and shitty behavior of people of the past and the people in power and all this corruption that is driving them against each other and away from what they want to achieve. Because, like, Louis had to make a choice between following his path and, you know, the people that he cares about. And he chose his path because he thinks that is the best way to... because that's what he said. Like, I can't, like, risk this city and the structure because of one life, no matter what that means to me. And if you think about it, that's kind of admirable, because he's willing to sacrifice what he holds dear for the greater good. Because if he gets into power, he believes that he won't turn out like the mayor, when in reality that it's a little more complicated than that. Because, like the mayor said, it takes more than fucking, you know, a plucky attitude and some acting credits to be the mayor and the leader of the people. And even once you're there, there's still the underbelly you have to deal with. So,
yeah.
So once you get to the end of this sort of line of reasoning, you're left with, do I risk, like, it's less like, oh, I'm sacrificing her for being able to change. It's like you're sacrificing her for the vague possibility of getting in a place where you could possibly make a change or try to make a change. You're not even, like, there's not even a guarantee because there's the fucking Yakuza involved. And there's decades of shit, and, well, like, in this case, I don't know whether it's decades or, like, millions of evolutionary years of predator-prey relationships that this culture has dealt with. And you know, it's a struggle that is super difficult. So, and then Louis is forced to make that decision, and it's kind of fucked up. Yeah.
And it is an interesting thing that if he went down that path, he would be a good leader.
Yeah.
In the eyes of everyone. But it's just sort of up to him, because he's obviously struggling with the decision. You know, like, it's up to him whether it's worth it or not. and whether that's the like, is there another way? Like, usually in shows or TV or movies or whatever, it's like almost every character that's in a situation like this, has to choose one way or another. Like, am I going to just do what is expected and what is, like, the proper way to do things? Am I going to give up and just, do what's best for me personally in my own life and just have a normal life? Or am I going to, find an in-between where I can bring about a better future and a better way of doing things? That I don't have to sweep shit under the rug and let people die, like, just let people die.
Yeah.
Because I'm afraid of upsetting the balance. Is there another way to do things that wouldn't result in that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
It's interesting because he's not the main character, but he's, like, the secondary character. But I find the relationship in the show very interesting because they aren't quite best friends and they aren't quite enemies. And they're not even that close.
Yeah.
They're just...
They're rivals.
They're rivals, and they have, like, they've already had, like, so many ups and downs in their relationship. Just in these 9 episodes, they've been, like, not really friends, introduced, like, sort of jealous. There's been, like, jealousy, conflict, times of peace, helping each other out, admiring each other. Like, you know what I mean? There's just been a lot of stuff for such a short period of time in a very, very complicated relationship. And I don't know, it's just interesting. I feel like it's a lot more interesting than most, like, anime friendship / rivalries, in my experience at least. I know Berserk.
Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction to Berserk episode 9, Animal Edition. We'll see you in the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye. Thank you to all of our patrons, especially those in the Student Council.
Zenge,
John Ortega,
Aurora,
Lewis,
Christian Bay,
Kage Uzumaki,
Dreadful XR,
Xiao Lao,
Brian,
Handicap Bonkai,
D23L,
Charles Liu,
Jude Caspino Buford,
Nick Psycho,
Michael Wells,
King Mr. Mew,
Rifleman Z51,
Thelmus Celetius,
Brandon Bruce,
Yankee,
Vanonian,
Yuki Ali,
Mord Tarragon,
Josh Carey Gray,
Jordan Agnew,
Lolly Convict,
Redacted,
Zachary Porth,
Mohammed Burnham Ahmed,
Michael E. Zabel,
Callum Forsyth,
Nicholas Woody,
Soma Yukahara,
Dogs Free,
It's Your Boy Dom,
Christian Nielsen,
Phantom,
Quant Tuggle,
Proyectos Informatica,
Sugar Daddy Alex,
Tara.
Hunter Wayne Germany. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one.